professionally under that same name. Neither man won or ever even fought for a title belt, but his great uncle, Willie the Worm Monroe, does have a signature win on his resume. Here's a closer look.
I got started in boxing when I was 6 years old. My grandfather, Willie Monroe, started me at a young age. It's a family tradition. My great uncle is Willie the Worm Monroe, first person to beat Marvin Hagler, legitimately. There's only 3 people to beat Marvin Hagler. That's Willie the Worm Monroe, Boogaloo Watts, and Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, we grew up hearing about it. The whole family talked about it, and it wasn't a big deal to me because I was too young and I could not comprehend it. But now that I'm older and I look down the lineage of different great fighters, it means a lot more. My name is a prestigious name in the boxing world, and as of right now, I don't have that superstar name, and that's what I'm shooting for. Well, no one in the family ever grabbed a world title, so the pressure's on me, I guess, a little bit. My nickname is El Mongoose, just because of my reflexes, and if you've ever watched a mongoose take down a cobra, they hunt snakes, and they're so cute and cuddly, and they look like little squirrels. You wouldn't think they would hurt harm a fly, and then when you see them go into beast mode, they're very ferocious, and that's how I am. You wouldn't think I would hurt anyone, but when it's time to turn up, I turn up.
Very smart, presentable young man, fights out of Rochester, New York. Doesn't know his uncle, Willie the Worm Monroe from Philly, all that well, but it was Willie the Worm's older brother, Lee, who taught Willie Monroe Jr. to fight. Great fighter meeting with him yesterday, Roy Jones, and he seemed very confident. Was it false confidence?
No, it wasn't false confidence at all, Jim. He's a guy who comes from a fighting family who has a lot of confidence in the tradition that this family has left or has made. He is a guy who believes in everything that he was taught. He has a resume from the amateurs to prove that he can beat anybody on any given day.
Max, does it come down to whether he has any kind of a weapon that can keep Golovkin off of him?
Yes, probably, because he is a slick southpaw, as we've mentioned. He's a talented fighter. You can see him even when he flexes his biceps. He has one of those biceps with a bicep, like Roy Jones. He's an athletic guy, and he has the skills to match the athleticism. The question is, especially at 160 pounds, he's scored some knockouts at 154, does he have enough power to keep Gennady Golovkin honest?
And you see that he beat Brian Vera. Vera got in a couple of clean shots early on in the fight. He can't allow that to happen against Golovkin. Meanwhile, Triple G trains in Big Bear, California, under the tutelage of Abel Sanchez, and will be making his second Southern California appearance tonight, having drawn a record-setting crowd at the StubHub in Carson for his fight against Marco Antonio Rubio last October. Golovkin and his team have long realized the importance of cultivating a strong fan base here in the United States, and to that end, Golovkin has recently relocated his family here to Los Angeles.
I moved South California in Los Angeles because I like weather. I like beautiful people. It's very important for my career, for my life.
It's going to be interesting to see the crowd response here in Southern California. If Gennady can win this crowd, he'll have really done something.
This is my first fight in California. I remember the atmosphere. I feel energy and I feel, relaxed. I feel like, okay, this is my people, this is my home, this is my area. I feel it's very good.
Triple G is the monster that everyone's come out to see.
I like to show my people my predator style.
He's always looking to attack and to hurt.
Sometimes I feel, oh, that's it, like it's finished.
Down goes Rubio. Second round knockout.
Thank you very much. Buenas noches, amigos. Buenas noches, Tauja. ¿Cómo estás? Bien?
Well, Max Kellerman, part of the method to the Southern California madness is spelled Mexican fans. And he seems to be getting over in that regard.
Yeah, because he gets over with fight fans, period. He is all the hardcore fight fans' favorite fighter. And as casual fight fans continually are exposed to him, he becomes their favorite fighter because so far in his career, he is guaranteed entertainment.
His trainer says, Roy Jones, too good for his own good. How does that come to an end?
Well, it comes to an end by a guy like Willie Monroe making it look difficult or making a tough fight against you, and the other guys start to get confidence from that and start to believe that, hey, maybe there is a way that he can be beat.
We shall see. And now Golovkin will tour the outer reaches of the arena, building a bigger bond with the Southern California crowd. His wife and son now living with him in nearby Santa Monica, all the way from a coal mining town in Kazakhstan to life among the beautiful people.
You know what happens when you fight 4 times a year and you keep knocking people out and you're accessible with the fans? The crowds get bigger and bigger, and that's exactly what's happening. Drawing over 10,000, it looks like, maybe 12,000 here, without a big name opponent in with him.
Crowd has poured in within the last half hour. There are very few empty seats, maybe in the upper reaches of the arena, but it looks as though once again, Gennady Golovkin has packed the house in Southern California. They are here to see if he can get number 20. The list of recent knockout victims on the screen. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the fabulous Forum of Inglewood in Los Angeles, California, USA, this is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the middleweight championship of the world. Brought to you by K2 Promotions and Triple G Promotions in association with Art Palulo's Banner Promotions. Sponsored by Tecate con Carácter, Expo 2017, and Hortitza Vodka. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission Chairman John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster, and the World Boxing Association President Gilberto Mendoza, the International Boxing Organization President Ed Levine, and for its interim title, the World Boxing Council President Mauricio Suleiman. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this contest will be Adelaide Bird, Pat Russell, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Jack Reese. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, with trainer Tony Morgan, wearing black, official weight 160 pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one. 20 fights, 19 victories, including 6 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat. From Rochester, New York, USA, the challenger, the super slick southpaw, NABO, NABA middleweight champion, Willie Monroe Jr.
Let's go! Let's go!
And fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Abel Sanchez, wearing white with purple and gold, officially weighing in at 159 pounds. This Olympic silver medalist now has a perfect professional record consisting of 32 fights, 32 victories, including 29 wins by knockout, the highest KO percentage in the history of middleweight champions. A native of Kazakhstan, fighting out of California, USA, the reigning, defending, undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple G
everybody out except you two. Willie? All right, this is good right in here. I'm gonna let him work a little bit, Abel. So look just right at the nipple line. I gave you instruction in the dressing room. I just want to remind you to listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Mouthpiece, mouthpiece. Good luck to both of you.
When there's a boxing destroyer on the scene, for my money, that's the best bang for your entertainment buck, period. In sports, anywhere, period. That's Gennady Golovkin. His job tonight, not just win, but look good against a fighter in Willie Monroe Jr., who it's very difficult to look good against.
Golovkin winks at referee Jack Reese. Same referee who produced the stoppage when Marco Antonio Rubio went down early in the second round in Carson last fall. Since then, Golovkin went to Monte Carlo and went into the 11th round against Martin Murray, longest tour of duty in the knockout streak. Murray was sturdy. Golovkin ultimately busted him up with body shots and right hands and left hooks upstairs. Now he has a harder target to find.
Triple G said yesterday that this may be a couple rounds of him feeling Monroe out before he unleashes the heavy artillery.
Well, he's feeling Monroe's jab early. Monroe's landed a couple of long right jabs and slipped in a left hand across the top.
Yeah, he won't feel Monroe out as long as he thinks or thought he was going to feel him out, because Monroe will get too comfortable if Triple G doesn't hit him with something pretty hard early.
Monroe in a rhythm at the beginning. Now Golovkin begins to open up and fire some heavy shots. And there's a hard right hand by Golovkin.
Turn him out, Willie.
I think it fell a little short. But don't think that Monroe is no stranger to hard punches. Anybody who's faced Darnell Boone knows what it is to be hit with a brick.
That's his only loss, Willie Monroe Jr., and basically every top fighter who's come up through the ranks and fought Darnell Boone has either lost or nearly lost to him.
Golovkin landed a short right hand inside. Momentarily traps Willie Monroe against the ropes. Monroe slips away and lands a straight left hand. Golovkin seeming a little bit right-hand centric now against the southpaw. That makes sense. Use the straight right hand down the middle. It's a primary weapon against southpaw fighters for most conventional fighters. Good body shot by Monroe.
Yeah, both guys have landed some pretty good punches.
Golovkin just missing to the side of Monroe's chin with that right-hand shot. Now he has him in a corner.
Golovkin flashing some good defense so far in this first round, Roy. Avoiding those shots without wasting much energy, turning his shoulder.
Good defense and great offense, Max. He's using the great punches and using his head movement to avoid being hit by the big shots.
I see so far Golovkin outboxing Monroe. Just because he's the guy coming forward, landing the heavy artillery, doesn't mean he's not also the better boxer so far. I think he is.
And by CompuBox count, has landed twice as many punches as Monroe in round number 1.
Stop. Nobody punch. Step away from each other.
Seated ringside, Sergey Kovalev announced earlier today his upcoming title defense against Najib Mohammadi, July 25. There's the jack-o'-lantern grin, which has become a part of the Kovalev trademark, the Kovalev brand, here in the United States. Kovalev lives here in Los Angeles now, too, just as does Gennady Golovkin.
What do you say right now? When he dips down like this, I want to see him here. Put your deep breath, so hit him on the side. Start touching his ass a little bit. Shoot that body. Touch his body a little bit, all right?
CompuBox numbers in round 1. Golovkin 19 out of 52. He landed 15 power shots by CompuBox count. None of them were of the A-plus variety. Monroe was 10 of 39, got started early, pumping his jab and landing a couple of left hands, but the last 2 minutes of the round were mostly Golovkin offense.
Like Chocolatito on the undercard, who scored a sensational second-round knockout against Sosa. Golovkin is a precision knockout artist. He's not only heavy-handed, he's skillful and precise.
Crowd oohs and ahs at the body shot to the belt line by Golovkin. Left hook.
Beautiful left hook by Golovkin.
Willie Monroe said in the meeting with us yesterday, well, Golovkin will have trouble cutting off the ring on me. Cutting off the ring is one of Gennady's great skills. And already early on here, he has shown that he can, in fact, trap Monroe in corners from time to time.
The biggest problem Monroe has is he hasn't hit Golovkin with anything, like Max said earlier, to slow Golovkin down, make him respect the punching power. You have to be able to hit him, or he can just have free-range target practice. And when he can have free-range target practice, that's what happens.
Down goes Monroe. He trapped him in the corner, fired one shot to the cheekbone, and down went Willie Monroe.
Are you okay?
Trying to get his legs back.
His legs are not back. But like I said,
Jack Reese is giving him a little extra time here.
Yes, but you can't let Golovkin have free-range target practice at you because he's going to catch you sooner or later.
Oh, Golovkin had a wide-open shot with a left hook and missed it. He could have brought a finish to this if he had landed that punch. Once again, traps Monroe in the corner.
And Monroe's still weary on his feet, and Golovkin won't give him room to think. He's constantly keeping the pressure on.
Down goes Monroe for the second time. We've got a minute still to go in round number 2. Golovkin trying to match Chocolatito with a second-round knockout of his own. Crowd is getting its money's worth.
Of course they are, Jim.
They came to see the knockout artists, and they're seeing them. Golovkin's got 46 seconds left in the round. Oh, good shot by Monroe.
The best shot that Monroe's landed this fight is that left uppercut.
And another one. Lands a second left uppercut. And Gennady shakes it off and comes back. Right hand, left hook to the body. One more shot upstairs, there it is.
Overhand right, hurt him really bad. But Gennady's being very careful because he knows that Monroe is trying to catch him as well. So Gennady's being very smart here.
Monroe showing big heart, not just fighting to survive, not just tying him up, throwing punches back.
10 seconds to go in the round. Willie Monroe gets a momentary edge there as Jack Reese warned on the low blows. And Golovkin with one more rally. Can't get him out of there before the end of round 2, but he knocked him down twice in the second round.
Relax. Listen. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Listen to me. Breathe. Breathe for me. Breathe for me. All right, relax. Relax.
How you doing, brother? Good. You good? Yeah.
Gotta move, baby. Don't stand up on the ropes. Stay off the ropes.
Easy Golovkin stalking and followed this jab with a beautiful left hook to the head. You saw that coming because he was allowing Golovkin to stalk without any pressure or without any worry of being punched back. Anytime Golovkin can stalk like this, he's bound to catch you with something big soon. Beautiful left hook, right on the button, sent Monroe down.
In knocking Monroe down twice, Golovkin landed 24 out of 51 punches by CompuBox count in the second round. 22 of the 24 were power shots. The left hook appeared to do the most damage, Roy.
Yes, the left hook did do the most damage, and it's mainly because when Monroe throws his left hand or his right hook, he kind of stays high, Jim. And you saw it in the first round. I didn't mention it, but I saw it in the first round that the left hook could be a problem because after he throws his left hook, his head stays up, and Triple G could counter the left hook,
well, it's
his
the
right
worst
hook.
combination possible because his head stays up and his
like
hands
that.
go down.
Yeah, he counters the right hook from Monroe with his own left hook.
I really didn't see Monroe land much of anything until Triple G hurt him. And now Triple G's more open because he's looking for the kill. And Monroe has some counter-punching opportunities finally. But when they were just boxing before Monroe was hurt, I don't think it's that Monroe was hitting him with anything hard. He wasn't hitting him much, period. Triple G's defense has looked really good tonight.
His defense is really good, but Monroe has to start putting some power on punches to get respect, or he won't be in this fight long. There you go.
Yeah. As I said,
a couple of good body shots by Monroe. Golovkin has been looking to the body this round, now throws 2 upstairs.
That's a nice body shot by Monroe there. That's hook to the body.
That's what he has to do, Max. There's no sense in trying to pity-pat with a banger when you already see that the banger can put you down. You have to make him respect you, or he'll continue to walk through your punches until he gets the knockout.
Monroe getting his best offense in since Triple G hurt him.
Because he's not moving around away from Triple G anymore. He's just saying, if you're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you back at least. And you got to watch that left hook from Triple G, because Triple G trying to set it up again.
Golovkin obviously believes Monroe can't hurt him, and he may be right about that. We know Golovkin can obviously hurt Monroe.
Golovkin can take a shot, as he showed against Murray, as he showed knocking out Daniel Geale while getting hit in the mouth with the right hand. Took a couple of punches from Rubio and Curtis Stevens. Monroe is not as big a puncher as those guys.
No, but these are not pity pats he's been throwing this round so far, Monroe.
Well,
and ripping to the body as well as he can, and Golovkin comes back with a couple of body shots of his own.
And I think that was a good body shot by Golovkin just now.
Straight right hand landed for Gennady. Another straight right hand lands for Gennady. Leaping in to try to get in a left hook.
And Monroe actually would do better if he just sit down and fight and quit moving, because when he comes up high to move, it's when he gives Gennady a chance to hit him with a big shot. When he stays low, he seems to be more defended.
But movement is his game.
I understand that, but if movement is not working for you, stop moving and fight.
Tough punching. Monroe makes it out of round 3. Lots of June boxing to look forward to. June 6th, Miguel Cotto defends his 160-pound title belt for the first time against former titleist Daniel Geale. Not just the belt, the lineal championship. 1 week later, Nicholas Walters risks his 126-pound title against Miguel Mariaga. Also that night, Uber prospect Felix Verdejo, the man many expect to be the next superstar fighter out of Puerto Rico, faces off with Ivan Najera. And on June 27th, former 140 and 147-pound titleist Tim Bradley takes on undefeated up-and-comer Jesse Vargas, trained by Roy Jones on World Championship Boxing. Eddie Murphy is ringside, but there are no jokes in the ring. Golovkin in the 3rd round, 24 out of 56. Monroe, 14 out of 56. And 21 of Golovkin's 24 landed punches were power shots. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim. I got a 3-0, 30-25, Gennady Golovkin. You got to give him a 10-7 round for the 2 knockdowns in round number 2, Jim. So, that gives him a real big lead on the scorecards. If he isn't made, Gennady Golovkin just out banging Willie Monroe. Willie would be smart, just like Roy said, to stay off the ropes and use this ring. The ring is huge. It's a very big ring. Willie's got a lot of room to move if he'd stay off those ropes and stop circling along the ropes where Gennady catches him constantly. 3-0, Golovkin.
Well, the point is that Golovkin makes a big ring small by cutting it off. And that's the reason that Monroe has been on the ropes and in the corner. Although, Roy, as you said, now that he's bunkered down and started to fight in the middle of the ring, he's had more success.
Well, he hit Gennady with a really good right hook to the body early, but he didn't follow it up. If he'd have followed it up, it would have been a very impressive thing to see. And when he stands here and fights, at least he does punch back. When he runs away, he only gets hit. He's not landing anything running, so he should go ahead and just take it right here and either win it or lose it right here in the center of the ring. Quit running and giving Gennady the edge or giving him that room to work with. Make it tough for him.
The minor upset already that Monroe's here firing back in the 4th round after the way he looked in that 2nd round.
Yes, it is, but it's because he's fighting more now. But he got to throw power punches when he throws, because when you throw those little punches, as we saw against Daniel Geale, Gennady will walk through those little punches.
Those are big shots Monroe's hitting Golovkin with.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. He got to do that. And Gennady just looked at him and told him, come on. And sometimes that can be a confidence taker. When you hit a guy with all you got and he tells you to come on anyway.
I don't care how good your chin is. You got to feel those shots Monroe just laid on Golovkin.
Oh, he felt them, but Monroe has to throw more and not listen to what Gennady says. He just has to keep doing the same thing.
This is quite an effort Willie Monroe is putting forth here in round number 4.
Unreal.
Yeah, the mongoose has a heart, Jim, and you knew that coming into the fight. If you let him get in the fight, he's going to make it very interesting. Just got to make sure he doesn't get caught with any of those big punches.
He may not make it through the rest of the fight, but he certainly earned Golovkin respect.
He is flying Gennady's head in this round. He's hit Gennady Golovkin with 7 or 8 clean headshots with real stuff on him.
Well, he's only got 6 knockouts among his 19 wins.
But he told us
we shouldn't be terribly shocked that Golovkin is able to take his punch.
Yeah, but he told us yesterday in the fighter meeting that he's a better puncher than we think he is. He just hasn't had a chance to really prove it.
Round 4 was a Herculean effort for Willie Monroe.
A shot that I don't want to see, but you got to be a little busier. You can't let him work like that, all right? Let's not show how tough we are here. Let's start working. Now, I want to see the shot this way. You notice he hit him with that right hand right there. You can't go over the top with it. It's got to be this way. Pick him up. Let me have a little water. And on the inside, a little short punches. Set up the one you want, okay? You okay? Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. Okay.
No. He see Willie Monroe throwing punches through a jab and followed with a beautiful straight left hand. Probably one of the hardest shots we've seen Golovkin get hit with. And Golovkin just looked at him and said, yes, good punch, come on. But that was a really good straight left hand.
CompuBox numbers were very even in that round. Golovkin was 30 of 63, Monroe 33 of 80. So Golovkin allowed Monroe to get off 80 punches in the round and land 33 of them. That was something new. And Harold Letterman gave that round to Willie Monroe.
I agree with Harold. I mean,
uppercut lands for Golovkin. Seemed to hurt Willie Monroe.
Maybe academic, but...
Hook high on the top of the head hurt him really bad, Jim. And that's because he's not punching. When he's punching, he does better. But when he tries to defend and allows Golovkin to hunt, he gets caught every time. You can't let Golovkin just stalk you and hunt you like this.
Look at the hard left hand by Monroe.
I mean, Monroe is hitting Golovkin with shots where Golovkin's head is snapping and the sweat is flying.
And Golovkin is in a fight, don't get it twisted, but you can't let him just come at you free range or free will. You have to make him avoid you or avoid your power punches before he can punch back.
Golovkin lands a left hook, 2 straight right hands.
Well, Monroe may be learning something about himself in this fight, that he's a better fighter when he stays in the pocket and lets his talent and skill take over, rather than just trying to minimize contact and get away.
And Golovkin once again motioning to him like, come on, keep firing. Hit me, I want a chance to counter back.
And there was 3 good punches by Monroe that he didn't counter back. There was another one.
Good 1-2 combination from Monroe.
It's up to like 24 real hard headshots Golovkin has taken in the last couple rounds.
And Monroe has abandoned the body attack, but he should attack the body some too, because Golovkin is just as tired as he is.
Abel Sanchez wants more activity from Golovkin, figuring it'll decrease Monroe's activity.
But Golovkin appears to be visibly slowing down in the 5th round. Now he gets in 2 body shots.
They've both done some good body work at points in this fight.
And now Monroe's in a corner against the ropes. This is where Golovkin has done damage before. Hard shot by Monroe.
You see, Jim,
Monroe fighting off the ropes now.
Yeah, but those pity-pat punches will get him caught with a big shot if he's not careful. And you don't want to swap a pity-pat shot or 2 pity-pats for 1 big shot. He's making Gennady work, though. Don't get it twisted.
Quick left hook for Golovkin. That's a shot that often does damage for him. Hard right hand.
You see, Monroe has to deliver the same thing to Golovkin. You can't allow Golovkin just to keep punching you like that.
Golovkin got a little went a little head hunting in that second round when he was trying to take Monroe out. And instead of really working the body, and it may have preserved Monroe's legs for this point in the fight.
In the last minute or so, Golovkin seems to have remembered that he can defend himself, that it's legal to defend himself, and he slipped a couple of punches there. This Tuesday night, it's the premiere of the May edition of Real Sports. Among the stories, a profile of women's MMA superstar Ronda Rousey. Certainly, Real Sports is bound to have lasted longer with Ronda Rousey than any of her opponents do.
Do not. Let's breathe. Breathe. Deep breaths.
Talk to me, Will. You doing good, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. What you doing, man?
Deep breath. You just gotta keep working. You gotta keep touching him, keep touching him. He's gonna give you the one you want, but if you stop, then he's gonna recover. All right? Deep breath. Now you haven't been using the jab. I want to see a little better jab, even if at the shoulders.
Keep close, moving your head, hands up, and dig his fucking ass. Dig his ass.
Our punches through 5. Golovkin 107 out of 226, 47%. Monroe about half as many, 56 out of 169. Golovkin took over the punch count leadership in the last round again.
Hurt him with a right hook. Right uppercut hurt him really bad, John.
He's wobbled Monroe again.
Yeah, right uppercut.
He's got him against the ropes.
Oh, right uppercut hurt him really bad, and the hook just hurt even worse. He's out of here.
Third knockdown. There were 2 knockdowns in the second round, and now he knocks him down for the third time here in the 6th.
7, 8, 9, 10. You just beat it. You just beat it. You got to move faster. You want to continue?
His legs are gone.
You want to continue?
His legs are gone. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Willie Monroe says to Jack Reese, I don't want to continue.
He said, I'm done. And he was.
6th round technical knockout for Gennady Golovkin. Maybe he showed a moment of vulnerability or two. Maybe he tantalized future opponents. But at the end of the day, it's knockout number 20 in a row. And I guess, Roy Jones, you're going to tell me that was a wise decision by Willie Monroe.
Well, that was a very wise decision by Willie Monroe. As a fighter, you don't want to see a fighter have to make that decision. You'd rather the ref or his corner have to make that decision for him. But at that point, his legs were so finished, and he realized that he was done. So I thought it was wise on his part to tell the ref that I'm done.
Better part of valor, rather than to take another thunderous Golovkin shot.
Yeah, right here you see Golovkin coming in hunting through a right uppercut, followed by a left uppercut to the neck, an overhand right to the top of the head. That hurt him really bad. Missed him with a left hook. Came back with another overhand right that hurt a little bit after taking a jab. And this is what I meant by when I said you don't want to give a pity pat to take a big punch. So he took he gave a jab to take a big shot. Then that left uppercut hurt him really bad right there. Followed by that left hook right there, right behind the ear. That really was the finishing punch to me. That was Golovkin's signature punch. Then Triple G, knowing he had his opponent done, threw an overhand right followed by a left hook. Now he smells blood. He's on the attack, and he will not let up because he's relentless once he starts that attack.
Knockout number 20 in a row for Gennady Golovkin. And here it is in real speed. Another look at the rally that produced the knockout.
Yeah, that left uppercut did it all, Jim. That's what started all the drama. That big left uppercut hurt him really bad. Then it hurt him again with the overhand right. And that left hook on the ear right there did it. That really finished matters. And now it was just a matter of time.
And if you've ever heard the phrase heavy hands, heavy hands means that the punch doesn't have to look spectacular to hurt you. Gennady Golovkin is a classic case of heavy hands.
Yes, he is.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars on the TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Fabulous Forum, the end comes at 45 seconds in round number 6 as referee Jack Reese has to call a halt to the contest. The winner by TKO victory and still undefeated and still the middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
interview. Let him interview. Let Max interview him, and then he'll stay with me.
Jack Reese, playing producer in there in the ring, setting up the interview conversation now between Max Kellerman and Gennady Golovkin. Here are the final CompuBox numbers. Golovkin landing 133 out of 297. A nice, neat 45%. Very similar to the numbers put up by Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in the preceding fight. Monroe Jr., 87 out of 305, a respectable 29%. And he actually won the fourth round on Harold Letterman's scorecard. He put up a fight and did the best he could, but simply couldn't handle Gennady Golovkin's punching power, which is the problem so far for most Golovkin opponents. Golovkin landing 49% of his power punches. Time after time after time on this telecast, we've told you, if a guy lands 50% of his power punches, it's almost unheard of for him not to win the fight. Mikkel Kessler pulled it off against Carl Froch a couple of years ago in London, but other than that, you almost never see it. Monroe did reasonably well, 56 out of 169, but ultimately succumbed, as we mentioned, to Golovkin's punching power. Golovkin will not punch Max Kellerman in the post-fight interview. That's good news for Max. Let's go to him.
Well, let's see how this goes, Jim. I hope not. Congratulations on another big drama show, Gennady. What do you think of this fight?
Max, excuse me. First of all, thank you very much, home. Thank you very much, LA. Muchas gracias, everybody. I feel great. You know, my performance special for you guys. Thank you for my team. You know, thank you for my opponent. He's bring this very good drama show. You know, this present just for you. Thank you.
Gennady, in the first 2 rounds, he barely touched you. You landed very precisely. You hurt him. You almost had him out in the second round. Then as the fight wore on, he started catching you with a lot of big shots. What changed?
Max, first of all, I show him who is number one, who is real champ. This is my home. This is my home. Second step. I give him chance. Just, I'm stay here. Just come on. Bring big drama show. Let's go. Let's do it. And thank you. Just, I know I not lose control. I don't lose control. This is my big present.
Are you saying that because you've hinted at this in the past, that you don't want to just score an early one-sided knockout, that you actually let your opponent, a dangerous fighter, back into the fight?
Yes, of course. You know, I feel it's comfortable. And today, Saturday night, this is not 5 minutes. This is not 5 minutes. You know, a lot of people come and just respect my people. Just I show my people, just show. One
outcome of him getting out of that second round and hitting you a bunch of times is that everyone gets a better show. Another is...
My pleasure. Great fighter. Thank you. Special thank you for Willie. He is a real good fighter, seriously.
Another outcome is maybe some other star fighters in the sport see this and think, Golovkin's not so hard to hit. Maybe I want to fight him. Does that go through your mind at all in these fights?
Max, look at this. I'm stay here. I'm real champion. I show just present. I want unification. Big fight. Let's go. Let's do it, guys. Who is number one right now? Just bring him. I show you.
That means Miguel Cotto, I assume?
Yeah, right now Miguel. Respect Miguel. Miguel, he's great champion. You know, he's WBC champion. Please, after this fight, I don't know who win. Just I wait. I stay here. Just I wait my big fight.
Well, maybe your big fight doesn't come until a fighter is courageous enough in and around your weight class to get in with you. I asked Canelo Alvarez last week if he would fight you, and he said, maybe in the future. What do you think of an eventual fight with Canelo Alvarez?
No, Max, I told you, not for future. Right now, I'm ready to big fight. I'm ready to Canelo, to Miguel. Great champions, guys. I'm ready right now. Just, I bring you the next show.
And finally, there's another name out there who's bigger than you, who, when he's active, is considered a top pound-for-pound fighter, Andre Ward. What do you think of a fight eventually with Andre Ward?
Look, guys, this is sport. Andre, respect him. He is great athlete, professional athlete. You know, he need maybe right now start. You know, I understand his situation. Just first of all, I think Canelo and Cotto. Next, of course, Ward. Yes, we're ready for anybody.
Thank you, Gennady. It is always a thrill to watch you fight. I guess we look forward to another one of these in 3 months.
Yes, absolutely. And Max, can you please take your time? And uno más. Thank you very much for my fans. Thank you very much, my home. Thank you, people.
Jim,